Panthers of Plymouth State University and your Fitchburg State Falcons. The Panthers enter this afternoon's contest with an overall record of 7-13 and a 0-4 mark in the LEC, while the Falcons are 11-9 overall and 3-1 in conference play. Now for today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Panthers. Batting first, the center fieldman, number 3, Rachel Morrissey. Batting second, the left fieldman, number 12, Cassidy Emerson. Batting third, at first base, number 19, Katie Kennard. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 22, Julie Royer. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 21, Melissa Goss. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 17, Avery Davis. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 2, Taylor Wood. Batting eighth, the pitcher, number 24, Kalia Abbott. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 5, Mary King. And in the flex for Plymouth, the shortstop, number 23, Deborah Morrill. The head coach for Plymouth State in his 13th season is Bruce Addison. He is assisted by Lee Macris and Mike Bernery. And now, the starting lineups for your Fitchburg State Falcons.
And now, the starting lineups for your Fitchburg State Falcons.
Senior from Leominster, Massachusetts, number 1, Gemma.
Freshman from Pelham, New Hampshire, number 11, Mad Dog.
Senior from Everett, Mass, number 3, T-Money.
Sophomore from Windham, New Hampshire, number 20, Brick House. Junior from Malden, Massachusetts, number 14, Jess. Junior from Bedford, Massachusetts, number 10, Kat. Freshman from Central Falls, Rhode Island, number 13, Kay. Freshman from Ashburnham, Massachusetts, number 16, Mish. Freshman from Essex, Massachusetts, number 5, Sunshine. Junior from Attleboro, Massachusetts, number 9, LeBlanc.
The head coach for Fitchburg State in her 4th season is Mary McDonald. She is assisted by Tara Whitskell, Nicole Dupuy, and Carrie Alcott. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem?
the mascot, and Fitchburg State University promote good sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student-athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, consumption of alcoholic beverages and tobacco products is prohibited and is grounds for removal from the premises.
Ashman from Boston, Mass.
We are live from the Donnelly Withington Field at Coolidge Park here in Fitchburg as the Falcon Sports Network presents coverage of Fitchburg State University athletics. This afternoon, it's a non-conference softball doubleheader as the Falcons take on the Panthers of Plymouth State. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Falcon Sports Network. My name is Daniel Bolak. I'm joined by Leah Crutchfield on the broadcast today. Happy to have you along with us today.
Happy to be here, Dan.
Falcons coming into this game 11-9. And coming off a split with Curry yesterday, 2-0 victory in game one, 4-5 walk-off loss in 8 innings in game number 2. I know Coach Mary McDonald, I was talking with her before the game, and it's not just Fitchburg, but it's pretty much all the teams in the conference. They're struggling to get those sweeps against other teams.
Yeah.
And so Fitchburg's looking for a sweep against Plymouth. That's a bit down from previous years, 7-13 coming into today. As for Plymouth State, they're coming off a sweep against the Corsairs of UMass Dartmouth, 10-2 and 3-2. They fell to the Corsairs. That was back on the 10th, dropping them to 7-13 overall, 0-4 in conference play. It's a bit of a surprise for Plymouth that they're a bit down on their luck this year. Normally, they're one of the more dominant teams in the Little East. Not so this year.
Yeah, well, it's nice to see, though, if they do get swept in the second game, they're at least a little competitive. They kept that to only 3 runs that game, so I'll give them props for that.
If after you give up 10 and presumably got mercied in that first game, come back in the second one and you
Number 3, Rachel Morrison.
You come back in the second game, you keep it competitive. And for Plymouth, we'll see what they've got today as they travel down here to Fitchburg. The Falcons in the home white uniforms with green numbering and gold trim. The Panthers in the road black uniforms with green numbering and trim. First pitch misses for a ball to the junior outfielder Rachel Morrissey. She's from Salem, New Hampshire. Morrissey, 286 hitter on the season. Her 14th appearance, 9th start. 1-0 in there for a strike. Falcons have Kaylee Silvestri. Kay, her nickname is, because it is nickname game here at Elliott Field, just like it was nickname game yesterday. I mean, not at Elliott. Elliott was yesterday.
Yeah.
1-1's fouled off. It was a nickname game yesterday at Elliott Field for women's lacrosse, as you guys took on Colby Sawyer, won that game 12-7.
Yeah, it's a little surprised when I heard the nicknames coming across. You guys sprung that one on us, but I still liked it.
Yep, put all that effort to make it, set it up. Had a lot of fun with that. The nickname game here today. 1-2 is going to be flared over the head of the first baseman, Jesselyn Brown. It lands in fair territory, and Morrissey is going to be in with a single to start this contest.
That was a perfect hit by Morrissey to keep it within the foul line, but still be able to get a little bit of height of it to get over the first baseman and get to base.
I mean, just a little flare just over the head of Brown, trying to range backwards. Couldn't quite get it. Just neatly placed, and so a single for Morrissey. First pitch in the dirt to the left fielder, Cassidy Emerson. Emerson's numbers on the season: 15th appearance, 11th start. She's a 188 hitter. Has knocked in 3 runs on the season. Lays down a bunt looking for the sacrifice. Cyrus will throw to first. Gemma covering. Throw a bit high, but Gemma able to pull it down and get the out as Morrissey moves over to second on the sacrifice bunt.
Next at bat for the Panthers, number 19, Katie Kennard.
Sacrifice bunt 5 and 4. You can score that in your books. As Katie Kennard comes to the plate. First pitch low for a ball to Kennard. Look at Kennard's numbers on the season. She's played every game for the Panthers this year. She's actually the only Panther who's played in every game, all 20 of them.
She's also the second best hitter that they have on the team.
With
Showing that right now.
with 382 average as It looked like a pop-up to the second baseman, Gemma, and it popped out of her glove, was not able to come down with it. And so Kennard's going to be safe at first on the error.
Number 22, Julie Royer.
So Kennard safe at first, Morrissey at second. Moved over to second in the sack bunt from Emerson. There was one down in the top of the first, none on the board for Plymouth. And now it's Julia Royer stepping in. 15 for 49 this year. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Royer, 306 average, her 18th appearance, 17th start. She's a senior from Pocatuck, Connecticut. 1-0. That's laced down the left field line, a fair ball, but right to the left fielder, Sam Woodman, able to pull it in and throw it back into the infield to keep the runners at bay, but it will load the bases.
It's a great hit to get it in between the third baseman and the shortstop. Enough distance to get it to the outfielder to give her other players time to get to their bases safely.
And now, bases loaded, one down here in the top of the first. Kaylee Silvestri, nicknamed Kay, a little bit of trouble now. We'll see what she can do against this fifth batter, Melissa Goss. She's a freshman from Templeton. That's not very far away from here. Only about 20 minutes down Route 2 to the west of here. It's like Fitchburg State would have been the closest college, I would believe, to Templeton, but she's gone up to Plymouth State up in New Hampshire. So this is sort of the closest thing to a home game that she's got.
That's true.
1-0 taken for a strike by Goss. She is the designated player today. Goss with a .316 average on the year. 12 for 38 at the plate. Only one run knocked in. Big swing and a big miss on 1-1. And a strike makes the count 1-2. 1-2 to Melissa Goss. Trying to knock in some runs, really inflate that RBI total. There's a 1-2, fouled off over the Plymouth State stands to the right. It'll keep the count at 1-2. Pulled out all the stops for the video archive today. 3 camera setup, although we only have the audio going live. Technical restrictions, that's what it is. 1-2, glances off the bat of Goss and into the backstop. We'll do it again. 6th pitch of this at-bat coming here, bases loaded. 1 down, top of the first. No score right now for Plymouth, but in a prime position to get some runs home. Kay ready in the circle, winds and fires. That is laced past a sprawling Cyrus into left field for a base hit. Morrissey will come home from third and score. And the Panthers on the board. They've got 1 here in the top of the first.
Panthers' last hit, just like the previous one before that, right in between the 2 bases. Perfect distance.
Just sharply placed hits for the Panthers thus far to start this contest. 3rd hit of the day for Plymouth State. And Melissa Goss now doubles her RBI total, her 2nd of the season. Puts a run on the board here in the top of the first. And first pitch swinging is a high fly ball to shallow right field. Catch is made. Throw coming home to the plate, and she is out! A beautiful throw from Michelle LeBlanc in right field. And tagging was Katie Kennard, slides into home.
Photographer is one of it's an official. It's an official for Fitchburg State, just so you know.
Yeah, I just needed the gate closed.
Yeah, no, I'm just letting you know. Just so
Yeah, no, she's fine. She's fine.
Thank you.
As long as she keeps that gate closed, so we don't have anything crazy happen.
Yeah.
I'm not good at crazy things.
Thank you for
So Abry Davis flies out to shallow right field. Michelle LeBlanc with a near perfect throw. Well, it might as well be perfect enough.
Got her out. It's perfect to me.
Yep, that'll work. Emily Comtois able to pull it in and get the tag down on a sliding Katie Kennard to get the 3rd out of the inning and keep the Panthers to just 1 run on 3 hits in the top of the first. So it is One for Plymouth. Fitchburg coming up to bat.
Considering the bases were loaded and Fitchburg just got out of the bottom of that inning with only 1 run, I'd say their defensive tactics were pretty good today.
Worked out well enough, and it is an unearned run, too, for Silvestri because of the dropped ball by Gemma that put Kennard on the base to begin with, since that would have been the third out had LeBlanc had the catch without the error. That would have been the third out right then and there. So an unearned run to Silvestri. 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base. Will go to the bottom of the first. And the pitcher for the Panthers is Callia Abbott. She is a junior from Atco, New Jersey. This pitching has been a little weak for the Panthers this year. Abbott's making her 6th start. She's 1-2, a 5.67 ERA in 21 innings. She's given up 17 runs, has 12 walks and 12 strikeouts. A bit of a vulnerable pitcher. The Falcons could get to her today.
If they play their cards right, I think that they could get through it.
So that'll be something to watch out. Falcons will go with Marissa Gemma, the second baseman, leading off. Maddie Medina, the shortstop, bats second. Tori Cyrus, the third baseman, is batting third. Emily Comtois, the catcher, is in the cleanup spot. Jesselyn Brown at first bats fifth. Katie Gilday, the designated player, bats sixth. Kaylee Silvestri is the pitcher. She'll bat seventh. Michelle LeBlanc in right bats eighth. Sam Woodman, the left fielder, bats ninth. And Kelsey LeBlanc is the flex in center field and will not bat. Emerson, Morrissey, Wood, the outfield for Plymouth from left to right. Davis, Morrill, King, and Kennard, the infield. And Royer is catching Abbott.
First at bat, number 1, Marissa Gemma.
Now Gemma will step to the plate for the Falcons. She doesn't have a nickname. First pitch jumps out of the way of a pitch right at the ankles. Last time we saw Marissa Gemma here in Fitchburg. First 2 at-bats against Mass Maritime, she got hit. Pounds the 1-0 into the ground down the third base line, but it's taken in by the third baseman Davis on one sharp hop, and she gets it across to Kennard for the out. Strong contact just right at the third baseman there.
Number 11, Maddie Medina.
First out of the inning. And now Maddie Medina at the plate. First pitch low for a ball. Medina's nickname is Mad Dog. The freshman from Pelham, New Hampshire. Went to Lowell Catholic right across the border. 1-0 is low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes to Medina. Medina 222 on the season, played in every game this year, started all but 1. And that one's in there for a strike, the 2-0. 2 balls and 1 strike. 11 for 36 on the year. 1 homer, 4 runs batted in. 2-1 low just above the plate. And it's 3-1. Medina leads the team in walks this season, has walked 11 times. No other Falcon with more than 6. 3-1, hit sort of softly to the shortstop, and Morrill will take that in, throw across, get the out there.
Side of the field is getting a lot of action from these last 2 hitters for the Falcons. Good that they're making contact, though, keeping Plymouth on their toes.
Next at bat,
Force them to make the play.
Number 3, Tori Cyrus.
Now Tori Cyrus steps in. Team Money. She used T-Nice as her nickname during basketball season. First pitch is a strike to Cyrus. Didn't get to play during the nickname game, though. She was missing time with an injury, but got back in there late in the season. Now Team Money at the plate for the green and gold. And she hits this one to center field. It'll drop in for a base hit.
It's a beautiful hit. She was able to get it in the same area as the last 2, but she was able to get it over them into the outfield, which I think was the key in getting her to first base.
Got it into shallow left center field, and nothing you can really do there. A big base hit.
Next at bat, number 20.
I can't hear you.
They pulled the stupid thing out. First pitch a ball to Emily Comtois, Brickhouse her nickname. Now the 1-0 to Brickhouse is low for a ball. Now Tori was in the room when we were recording Emily's nickname, and Tori's like, "I'll give you money if you you use Brickhouse as your nickname." Can't remember how much it was.
Those are pretty hard to sit in a room and talk to with.
It'd be a challenge, as on that one, Comtois able to hit a ball down the left field line. A fair ball going all the way to the corner. I think it got stuck out there, but 2 bases for the Falcons, a double for Emily Comtois, and it's 2 on with 2 down.
It's a beautiful hit. Plymouth's in a dangerous spot right now with a runner on second and third.
And now Jesselyn Brown, nicknamed just Jess, and she's got a little flare that's going to be popped up and snared by the shortstop, and that'll get the Panthers out of trouble there. Just hung in the air just a little too long, or didn't go just far enough.
I feel like another inch or two, she would have been able to get that over the player, but unlucky hit.
Just a shallow pop, and that gets the Panthers out of trouble. No runs on 2 hits for the Falcons, stranding 2 in scoring position. 1 inning complete at Withington Field. It's Plymouth State 1, Fitchburg State 0.
Every once in a while, they will have. Every once in a while, they have one.
Plymouth's going to go with the bottom of the order to start this top of the second inning. Taylor Wood, Callie Abbott, and Mary King due up for the green and black. Falcons trailing 1-0. 3 hits for the Panthers in the top of the first.
Number 2, Taylor Wood.
Now Taylor Wood steps in. Wood, a sophomore from Londonderry, New Hampshire. Here's the first pitch from Kay, swung on and missed. Wood has struggled this year. 15th appearance, 11th start, 121 average, 4 for 33 on the season. Doesn't strike out very much. Only 4 of those, and now she's got her 5th hit of the season. As she hits that through the left side for a base hit. Right now, the Panthers just finding those gaps.
Next at bat, number 24, Kalia Abbott.
Now it's time for the pitcher, Callie Abbott. Her 8th appearance, her 5th start. Since this is her 6th start when it comes to pitching-wise for Abbott, so there was at least one game where she didn't bat, but she did pitch. Abbott this season, though, pretty solid at the plate, 4 for 15 for a 267 average. Takes the 1-0 for a strike. Although Abbott's only played in 7 games as a batter, she has knocked in 5 runs, has struck out 5 times as well. 1-1 inside, Abbott had to lean out of the way. 2-1 the count. So Taylor Wood at first base. Top of the second, none down. Kay winds and fires. 2-1 is high. At the shoulders, it's 3-1. I want to say accuracy-wise, how has Silvestri looked so far?
She's doing pretty well. I mean, to be able to hit a ball, you have to get it on target. So she's obviously been getting it on target because Plymouth has been getting hits off.
3-1's going to go over our heads and just over the Fitchburg State stands on the third base side. That'll fill the count. Silvestri's been getting it in the strike zone. The problem is you don't want to make it a little too hittable.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss from Abbott on 3-2, sort of a half-hearted swing, as if she regretted it as she started her motion, but...
Tried to pull it back, but she's too far over.
For the Panthers, number 5, Mary King.
Nothing that could be done there. First strikeout for either pitcher today. And that's the first out of the top of the second inning. Here's Mary King. First pitch, big swing and a big miss. Mary King, her 14th appearance, 6th start. I guess usually used out of the flex. She's only got 10 at-bats. And she takes the 0-1 for a strike, now 0-2. 2 for 10, has 2 RBI, has scored 2 runs, has walked 3 times and struck out just 2. Oh-2 takes that one just a bit outside. 1-2 now to King. Wood on first. Silvestri ready, trying to get her second strikeout on as many batters. And King able to get a piece of it as she sends it into the backstop. You can say a majority of the Plymouth State batters have batted right-handed today. I'm not sure. Have we seen?
I don't think we have seen a left. The dirt doesn't look like it's been messed around with over there yet.
Yeah, you can see the righties batter's box. A lot of digging in done there as the 1-2 misses outside for a ball. It looks like all righties for the Panthers. Against the right-handed Silvestri. I'm trying to think of the last time I saw a left-handed pitcher. As the ball is sent out to left field. And it's going to be caught by Woodman. Actually pulled that in with her bare hand into her glove for the out. A little unorthodox, got the job done, and that's 2 out.
Bat, number 3, Rachel Morrissey.
Back to the front for the Panthers, and Rachel Morrissey to the plate. She singled her first time up. 286 average coming into today for Morrissey. First pitch, a strike.
You're going to love the email I just forwarded you. Some bum at Curry who made a mistake in the second game file.
I can only imagine.
Now, a swing and a fly ball to center field. The tulip links nearly coming together, but it's going to be Kelsey, the center fielder, making the catch as Michelle lunges to her right behind her. The catch made for the third out of the inning. So, Falcons able to work around a leadoff single from Taylor Wood. Get the next 3 out. Inning and a half complete here at Withington Field. Plymouth State 1, Fitchburg State nothing. I'm glad the weather's been cooperating with us the last few days.
Yeah, this could be horrible out, but it's nice and sunny, getting a little tan here, wrapped up in my puffy jacket.
Say temperature somewhere in the 50s. Didn't have a look before I stepped out the door today, but
Wind's starting to pick up, though.
It's a little breezy right now. It's blowing in from left field. But other than that, though, it's been a gorgeous week for the most part.
It's only going to get better. It's supposed to be 70 on Monday, I think, maybe?
Yeah, I heard.
Can't wait.
Heard 70 on Saturday, too. It'll cool off a little bit by the women's lacrosse game later, but for the track team, that'll be at Elliott.
I'll be in the box for that, so bring on the heat.
At bat, number 10, Katie Gilday.
Now Katie Gilday will lead off the bottom of the second for Fitchburg State. First pitch from Abbott in the dirt for a ball. Falcons got 2 hits with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. But a pop out to the shortstop, stranding those 2 runners as Gilday takes the first 2 pitches for a ball. Now coming back 2-0, low again, and it's 3-0. Feel like Abbott's got a little bit of control issues for the most part. Although she's walked 12 batters in 21 innings, and it looks like she's been nibbling a lot around the strike zone. Gets that 3-0 in there for a strike. Taking all the way was Gilday. 3-1 the count. Gilday on the season batting .228, 13 for 57, knocked in 7 runs. 3-1 is in there for a strike as well on the inner edge of the plate, and it fills the count. Count full from Abbott. Winds and fires low for a ball. First walk of the game for either team. And for Gilday, her 6th walk of the season, tied for 2nd on the team with Emily Comtois.
At bat, number 13, Kaylee Silvestri.
Now with Kat at first base, here is Kay. First pitch to Silvestri, inside for a strike. Silvestri jumping a little bit out of the way, but it was in there. Silvestri batting .313 on the season. Tries the running bunt. Pulls it back. And Gilday stays at first. 1-1 to Silvestri, the freshman from Bedford. Abbott winds and fires. High for a ball. And Gilday will dive back in at first. 2-1 the count to Silvestri. It's a .313 average on the season. Abbott trying to hit the inside corner, just missed, and 3-1 the count. Panthers see Gilday as a threat to steal. Hasn't tried to steal a base this season.
Odd that they're seeing her as a threat if she hasn't tried yet.
There's a ground ball to the first baseman. They throw to second for one, throw back to first, and it's off the glove of the first baseman, and Silvestri will take second. So a fielder's choice, a reach on an error. I mean, they try to get the lead runner just so that they wouldn't have to. They try to get the lead runner, but the throw back. I mean, it looked like Silvestri was going to be safe no matter what on that throw, a bit ill-advised.
I think she was safe before they threw it, but got them a double. So I think Fitchburg will take that error.
Yep. And so their attempt to try to get the lead runner and then works out. Their attempt to try to get the double play undoes what they did. And the first pitch, a strike to Michelle LeBlanc. Silvestri is 1 for 1 on the stolen base, so they've replaced the runner who wasn't so much a threat to steal with one who's slightly more of a threat to steal. That didn't work out in their favor, I would say. 0-1 misses high to Michelle LeBlanc. Michelle LeBlanc's nickname, Miche. 143 average on the year, 3 for 21. Swings away and sends that into left field for a base hit. Quickly picked up by the left fielder Emerson. And so LeBlanc gets the single as Silvestri will stop at third.
At bat, number 5, Samantha Woodman.
And now Sam Woodman, Sunshine, at the plate. And she'll blemish that left-handed batter's box. She bats left-handed. Woodman on the year, 154 hitter. Tries the running bunt, trying to steal second. They're going to get the out there, but they throw home as on the stolen base attempt from LeBlanc, Silvestri comes home, and she will score.
Did a great job in tying that up.
Falcons have to trade the base runner. They'll get the run, and we're level at a run apiece. Count is 2-0 to Woodman. Now 2-1, Woodman throws down the bunt. Fielded cleanly by Davis, the third baseman on the third base line, and gets the quick throw over to Kennard to get the out.
I think Plymouth had noticed that she was going for that running bunt because the third baseman had been bumped up a little bit. So they were prepared, and they made an opportunity. They made great opportunity out of her bunt there.
And if she doesn't make that run up there, Woodman did run pretty quickly out of the lefty batter box. Might have been safe, might have been able to beat out the throw if they hadn't wised up to it. But the Falcons will take it in the end. 1 run on 1 hit, all that was. Scoring on the aftermath of a steal attempt at second base, Silvestri comes home and scores. And we're tied at a run apiece. What is Silvestri coming home? What does that get scored as? That's what I would have
At bat, number 12, Cassidy Emerson.
Now starting the top of the third here at Withington Field. 1-1 the score between the Falcons and the Panthers. First pitch swinging from Emerson is a ground ball to second base. Gemma's got that, picks it up, throws to first for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Katie Kennard to the plate. Kennard ended the top of the first when she tried to score in a sac fly attempt, but she was gunned down by Michelle LeBlanc out of right field. And a great tag by Emily Comtois, saving the run and ending the inning. First pitch of ball to Kennard. 0 for 1, reached on an error, as Gemma was unable to catch her pop fly. Big swing and a big miss by Kennard on 0-1. Now 1-1. Kennard with the highest average of any player in this contest for Plymouth State. 1-1 high at the shoulders, 2-1. The other two sandwiching her in the batting average department, Allison Moylan and Emma Rhodes, have only played half as many games as Kennard. 2-1, tried to hit the outer edge, just missed, and now 3-1. Daniel Bolak, Leah Crutchfield here with you at Withington Field. 1 down to the top of the third, Fitchburg 1, Plymouth 1. Swing and a miss on 3-1 from Silvestri, and Kennard missing on that one. Seemed like she had the timing off on that swing.
The last two, she's been a tad bit behind the pitch. So if she can speed that up, I feel like she's going to be a threat for a hit.
Full count, payoff, swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Kaylee Silvestri. And Silvestri's got the ability to put a little extra zip on those pitches and get out of those jams. Julia Royer at the dish. She's the catcher. 5'7". In the righty batter's box, like all the other Panthers hitters, and the first pitch is a ball. Royer 306 average coming into today. Her first time up, she singled down the left field line. 1-0 low, right at the ankles, and it's 2-0. Now, as I was setting up the equipment before the game, Ms. Royer, who pointed out it's like, you got the ZZ Top look going? For those who don't know, at home I have a beard that I've been growing for a little over 2.5 years now.
It's getting pretty long there, Dan.
It is. I can't bear to part with it.
I feel like you'd look. I don't think I'd recognize you without a beard, in all honesty.
I think there aren't too many people at Fitchburg State who know what I look like without a beard. 2-1, excuse me, fouled off over the backstop, out of play. And it's 2-2. I know historically Plymouth's been pretty successful against the Falcons over the years. They've won many of the previous meetings. So to see them a bit down on their luck at 7-13, a bit of a surprise. 2-2 comes out of Silvestri's hand wrong, and it basically rolls to the plate. And the count is full. I have to be a little more descriptive when I'm doing radio. As it's 3-2, here it is, and it misses for ball 4. So Royer pulls out the 2-out walk. First walk given up by Silvestri today. A little razzing from Liz Dorigo there doing the Twitter. I'm maybe a little harsh today, but I'm just trying to be descriptive is all. First. First pitch of ball 2, Melissa Goss. I'll have a little fun today.
I'll get her with a ball on Friday at practice for you, Dan. No worries.
I don't mind it. Just roast beef trying to give her opinion there as it's fouled off. To the right of the first base line, Brown and Comtois trying to come together, try to catch it before it hit the ground. Just couldn't get there in time, just a little bit out of their reach. Not much could have been done about that, though. 1 ball, 1 strike to Goss. She singled through the left side her first time up, got an RBI on it, her second of the season, the freshman from Templeton. And now 2-1 the count. Royer on first. Top of the third inning, 1-1 the score. Goss ready, bat on her shoulder. Ready to swing away. 2-1 is low, just below the knees, but over the plate. And now 3-1. Third straight batter that's gotten to 3 balls on Silvestri. Kay wandering around in the circle. Ready to throw. 3-1, fouled off. Goss had the green light there, ready to swing away. But sent it back into the backstop. Just a little bit under it. And now third consecutive batter that's filled the count. Had a strikeout, had a walk, and here's a foul ball. Nicely taken in by the umpire.
Maybe he should play catcher.
Took a bounce right behind Comtois and bounced right to the umpire. Got it wedged right underneath his left arm.
Took it like a champ, though. I'll give him that one.
Nicely snared. Next pitch of this at-bat will be number 7. I think this is the game high for anyone. Around 20 pitches this inning for Silvestri at only the fourth batter. Now the Falcons trying to bounce back from a split yesterday with Curry. Won the first game 2-0, but lost the second game 5-4 in 8 innings. 4-3 going into the 7th, but they tied it. Runner is going on that one, and it's a ground ball to Cyrus at third. Picks it up, gets the throw over to first for the out. Runner going, of course, because 3-2 and 2 outs. But 5-3, you score that, and Goss is retired to end the inning. So Royer is stranded at first base. No runs, no hits. 1 stranded, no errors. 2.5 complete. 1-1 the score between the Falcons and the Panthers. For the bottom of the third, it's going to be Mercer Gemma, Maddie Medina, and Tori Cyrus coming up for the Falcons. The score 1-1, 1 run on 4 hits, no errors for Plymouth thus far. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for Fitchburg. Gemma, that constant presence at the top of the order for the green and gold. Only Falcon who started every game this year for Fitchburg. Senior from Leominster. First pitch hits that into the dirt, right at the pitcher though. And Abbott will run over towards first and then underhand it to Kennard for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out, and 1 will give way to 11. Maddie Medina to the plate. Mad Dog steps in, first time up.
Number 11, Maddie Medina.
Grounded out too short. Throws down the bunt and just dies right up. Basically goes right in the dirt, stays there. Not far enough to be
in play.
And so, nice try though.
It was a beautiful bunt. No one was going to get there for a minute. She might have had time to get to first.
Yep. Definitely got Royer scrambling at the backstop. 0-1 is low for a ball. Abbott, the junior from Atco, New Jersey. Bounces that one in the dirt, but it goes foul down the third base line. 1-2 to Mad Dog. Medina will step back into the righty box. Step in, she's ready. Callie Abbott in the circle. Ready, sets and fires. Goes with the curveball. Oh. And just misses inside. Haven't seen that pitch out of Abbott today.
Hold up.
Goes back with a lot more velocity and freezes Medina for strike 3. First strikeout for Abbott. Just like the first inning, first 2 batters retired. Now we'll see what Tori Cyrus can do.
At bat, number 3, T-Money.
Tori Cyrus, T-Money at the plate, first pitch. Low for a ball. Cyrus 1 for 1, singled to left center fielder first time up. Second pitch, just as low as the first. And 2-0. See what the Falcons can do with the 2 outs. And now Cyrus tries to send that through the right side hole to the opposite field, but it's snared by the second baseman, King. And she's able to make the throw to first for the out. And that's our first 1-2-3 inning of the game. Minimal number of pitches for Abbott in this one. Only needed 9, I believe. And so that ends 3 innings.
Guys hear my ball strike down right? Hear my ball strike down right?
Yeah.
So 3 innings complete here at Withington Field. It's Fitchburg 1, Plymouth 1. Definitely well played on both sides.
Pretty level considering what you've seen in the past from Plymouth State. Usually beating Fitchburg. Fitchburg's keeping a very competitive game right now. I'll give them that.
I know the last time I called a game with Plymouth here in Fitchburg, I think Plymouth won both of those games, but what I most prominently remember was the Panthers getting off an inside the park home run. Can't remember the player. I'm pretty sure she's graduated, but
Let's hope we see that from Fitchburg tonight.
oh, it would be nice. It's not easy to get a home run here at Withington Field. 200 down the lines, 220 to the deepest part of the ballpark and center, and about an 8-foot fence. 6 to 8 foot fence. I can never remember. 6 feet. I just remember the fence right in front of us is about the height that I am, and I'm 6'1", so 6-foot fence, but it's hard to clear. There are no cheap home runs here. This is a pitcher's ballpark through and through.
That can be good and that can be bad depending on what team you are and what situation you're in.
We go to the top of the 4th, and Abry Davis steps into the box. First pitch, lines that up the middle for a base hit. I believe her last time up, she hit a fly ball to right field on her first pitch swinging. Does so again and gets a base hit.
Next at bat for the Panthers, number 2, Taylor Wood.
Now Taylor Wood to the plate. She singled her first time up through the left side. It's hit number 5 for the Panthers. That Davis just got, the third baseman. Wood shows bunt, and Brown right there to take it. Turns around, makes the quick throw. Sacrifice is successful, 3 and 4 in the book. As Gemma gets the out at first, and going to second is Davis.
Next at bat, number 24, Kalia Abbott.
Now Abbott to the plate. A chance to knock in a run. Big swing and a big miss for strike 1. Struck out on 6 pitches her first time up, Abbott did. Coming from New Jersey, farthest away that any players come from to go to their respective college. Only player from outside of New England from what I could see. Oh, I'm wrong. Lindsay Hall. A freshman outfielder from Virginia.
Wow. It's even further.
It is. Midlothian? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Another swing and a miss for Abbott.
I thought Massachusetts had some weird town names. Apparently Virginia's beating us in that category.
On that one they have. Last pitch was a swing and a miss from Abbott. Second pitch was a ball. It's 1-2 to Abbott. Gets a piece of it and fouls it off. Keeps it at 1-2. Davis at second base. We looked at Davis's stolen base attempts this year, but she's 1 for 1. The Panthers as a team are 12 for 15.
It's pretty good.
Falcons in comparison, 17 for 22. 1-2, misses high. And it's 2-2. I always hate when I'm looking down a roster. I think I've got everything, and then as soon as I've committed to it, I see.
You find something else.
Yep. It's annoying when I make that mistake. 2-2 fouled off. Into the backstop, and count remains the same. Plymouth State coming from Plymouth, New Hampshire, about 2 hours away by car.
Probably a little further by bus.
A little bit. no real roads that go directly from here to Plymouth. As the 2-2 is swung on and missed, Abbott strikes out for the second time today.
Next at bat, number 5, Mary King.
I think to get up there, you've got to go Route 2 to 495 to 93. Plymouth's got to go in reverse order to get here, or something like that.
I'd probably just throw it into my GPS and call it a day, honestly. Not very
Yeah, I do a lot of driving.
good at maps.
So I do a lot of driving, so I can sort of figure out where I'm going. But yeah, if you've got a GPS, that'll come in handy. Pop fly to the third baseman, Cyrus, able to dodge around Davis, who is standing at third. And Cyrus able to come away with the catch to end the inning. Falcons work around the leadoff single from Abry Davis. And we've completed 3.5. We're halfway home in game number 1. Game is tied at 1 apiece. It'll be 4-5-6 for the Falcons here in the bottom of the 4th, and it'll start with Brickhouse, Emily Comtois.
First at bat, number 20, Brickhouse.
Comtois is 1 for 1, doubled her first time up down the left field line. And
here she goes again.
Puts it in the same spot. And that's going to be the same result. A double for Comtois down the left field line. And this time to lead off the inning. Now Mary McDonald talking with the umpire. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. And Damari Grossi is going to come in to pinch run for Comtois. Grossi's nickname is D, in case you're wondering. Sort of like how Kaylee Silvestri is K.
Next at bat, number 14, Jesselyn Brown.
Now, of course, with the re-entries, Comtois will almost surely be back in for the 5th. But for Grossi, this is her chance to shine. Frequently used as a pinch runner for Fitchburg. A chance to show off the wheels. And if you can muscle out that extra base on a base hit, that can make a big difference, especially in a game that's shaping up to be a pitcher's duel like this one. First pitch to Jesselyn Brown, misses for a ball up high. And now Brown sends that up the middle for a base hit. Grossi into third. He's got to stop there as the center fielder Morrissey able to get there and pick it up quickly. And now runners on the corners with none down.
Next Next at bat, number 10, Katie Gilday.
Now Katie Gilday, first and third, none down for the Falcons right now. Gilday through the left side, a base hit. This is going to give the Falcons the lead as Grossi comes home to score. It's 2-1 Falcons.
Next at bat, number 13, Kaylee Silvestri.
And now Kay at the dish. Silvestri looking to give herself some run support. First pitch swinging, and she fouls it off. 3 straight hits to start this bottom of the fourth, and the Falcons trying to pounce on Plymouth here.
Really pulling it together for this half of the inning right now.
Now ball inside to Silvestri, 1-1 the count. Comtois hit her double on the first pitch. Brown her single on the second pitch, and Gilday her single on the first. 1-1 in there for a strike. Right down the plate. And now Silvestri standing in the box. 1-2 the count, none down.
There you go.
Laces it just foul down the left field line. Just a little late on the swing. But that was solid whack.
She got good contact with it. She just got about 6 inches in. I think she would have gotten that one.
It was very close. Count at 1-2. This time
There
a little
she goes.
weaker. It goes right to the third baseman, and Davis is going to take it herself to the bag to get Brown out. The force out gets the first out of this inning for Plymouth State. And now Michelle LeBlanc.
At bat, number 16, Michelle LeBlanc.
Mish stepping in. For Silvestri, it's the second time she's reached on a fielder's choice today. She actually did score the first run of the game. It's the first pitch swinging. LeBlanc makes no contact. She singled to left field her first time up. And then afterwards with Sam Woodman at the plate, LeBlanc tried to steal second. And although she was thrown out, the throw over from Royer allowed Silvestri standing at third to score. That brought home the first run of the game for the Falcons. 1 down here in this inning. This one is going to hit right behind us. Hits the first row of the stands. It was close. That'll keep the count at 0-2. Got to make sure if that ball's heading for our equipment, got to give you one of the clipboards to try to protect it with.
I didn't know if I wanted to curl in a ball for that one or cut up and run. And again.
Fouled off again over the Fitchburg State bleachers on the third base side. At least this one went a little farther. No risk. Count is still 0-2. Standing at second base is Katie Gilday, who singled to get on. And standing at first is Kaylee Silvestri, got on a fielder's choice. 1 down, and 1 more foul off. I think Tom Sorrentino, who's doing the ball hawking duty, give him a little more work there.
Making me a little happier I switched to them today. I am glad I'm on webcast now.
Tom put in his work for women's lacrosse yesterday, as that ball is hit right down the third base line, and Davis, sort of in a replay of what she does with the last one, gets the lead runner Gilday out at third. The rest of the runners move up. Second consecutive fielder's choice, 2 down.
Next at bat, number 5, Samantha Woodman.
And now Sam Woodman at the plate. First pitch a strike. to Woodman, who's now batting right-handed. She is a switch hitter.
Always nice to have one of those in your back pocket.
Now runners were threatening to go, but held up on the high pitch. During the Mass Maritime games, there was a point where Woodman was started an at-bat right-handed, switched to the lefty box, and then got a softly hit base hit down the third base line, and got an infield single out of it. Really unorthodox, but it worked out well for her.
If it gets you on base, I say go for it.
Never seen anyone switch boxes middle of the at-bat. Tries to lay down the bunt. It stays on the line. And Woodman tries to run it out. Can't do so. As they get her out at first, and that'll end the inning. But the Falcons do get a run home on the RBI single by Katie Gilday. Falcons lead 2-1 through 4 innings of play.
What do you want?
There's another program underneath that laptop. Panthers due up are the first three batters, Rachel Morrissey, Cassidy Emerson, and Katie Kennard. Here in this top of the fifth inning, 2-1 Fitchburg out in front. As expected, Emily Comtois re-enters for Fitchburg. Damari Grossi was able to pinch run for her in the inning, working out for Fitchburg as Grossi was able to come around and score. Now Morrissey, the center fielder, stepping into the box. 1 for 2 today, singled her first time up, and flew out to center field her second time. First pitch, ground ball right to Silvestri. Okay, with the flip over to Jess. 1 and 3 in your books, and that's the first out of the inning. Cassidy Emerson, the left fielder, will step in. 0 for 1 today. Sack bunt her first time up.
Cassidy Emerson.
And a grounder to second her second time up. First pitch tried to hit the outer corner. Didn't quite get it. And it's a ball. Silvestri ready. Fires. Strike. Down the gut. 1 and 1. 1 run on 5 hits for the Panthers, 2 runs on 6 hits for the Falcons, 1 error for Fitchburg State as well. The 1 run for Plymouth unearned. 1-1 is high for a ball. 2 and 1. Two-one, just missing. And now 3 balls and 1 strike. I know before the game there was a conversation between us about the moon.
There was.
Because I can look up in the sky, and that's really the only white in the sky is the moon.
It was highly debated.
Yep. There was an intense debate about the status of the moon today as Emerson walks on 5 pitches. The 3-1 just outside.
Next Next at bat for the Panthers, number 19, Katie Kennard.
I mean, I just look out to the sky, and there's just no clouds in the sky at all, it seems.
It's weird.
Nothing but blue.
Not used to seeing that. It was raining just yesterday, wasn't it? 2 days ago, maybe?
A couple days ago, yeah. It did rain on Tuesday. We were supposed to have baseball against UMass Dartmouth. That didn't happen.
Yeah, I woke up, went outside for my 8 a.m., and it was downpouring.
Yeah.
Great surprises in the morning.
Oh, yeah. I just remembered one of the big puddles in one of the parking lots, too. Count is now 2 balls and no strikes, 2. Katie Kennard. And now Kennard swings, pops this up down the right side, foul. I think the wind might have helped it over the first base wall a little bit, as the wind has been blowing in from left field. So for us, a bit of a left to right, and it would have been left to right path right off the bat there. It's really the one downside of today's weather is it has been a little breezy. But I'll take a little breezy over cold, windy, rainy. There's a liner to center field, and it's going to be snared by Kelsey LeBlanc. Definitely solid contact off the bat of Kennard.
Number 22, Julia Royer.
A little earlier, a little later, put that in the gap. That's 2 bases, maybe a tie game. But with the timing, it would end up being right at LeBlanc, and she makes the catch for the out. 2 down, and Julia Royer at the dish. First pitch is going to give Tom more work as it's fouled off over the backstop. Royer's 1 for 1 today, has not been retired. Singled her first time up and walked her last time up. Silvestri winds, fires, misses outside. 1-1 the count. Now Kay ready, winds, fires. That's lined right to the shortstop Medina. And she snares that for the 3rd out of the inning.
That spot that they'd been hitting all day right in between the shortstop and third baseman. Didn't work this time, apparently. She was able to snag that right out of the air.
Great reaction time by Maddie Medina. And I think Royer was probably expecting to get at least a base on that one, but gets nothing.
She had enough speed behind it to get it.
Just like the last one, just right at the fielder. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs on, no hits for the Panthers, stranding 1. Plymouth has stranded a runner every inning in this contest. So no 1, 2, 3 innings yet for Fitchburg, but that may be something for Silvestri to work on in the last 2 innings. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 Fitchburg.
At bat for the Falcons, number 1, Marissa Gemma.
Marissa Gemma leads off the bottom of the 5th for Fitchburg State. Gemma on the day 0 for 2. First pitch in there, got the inside corner for a strike. Gemma grounded out both times, first to third, then to the pitcher. Second pitch fouled off. Now no balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2. Gemma tries to get out of the way, but it is on the inner edge of the plate, and that's strike 3.
Next at bat, number 11, Maddie Medina.
Strikeout number 2 for Abbott. Callie Abbott, the junior from Atco, New Jersey. Forgot her name for a moment. Medina pulls back a bunt, but it was in the strike zone. Now Medina will step in. 4 pitches, 4 strikes for Abbott in this 5th frame. Winds, fires, fouled off over our heads.
It went pretty far.
5 pitches, 5 strikes now for Abbott. Got the control down this inning, it seems. 0-2 swung on and fouled off. There goes the shot at the immaculate inning. Got more than halfway there, though. Abbott wearing number 24 in green numbers. The Plymouth State in script right across the front of the black jerseys. Pounded foul into the dirt. And we'll do this again at 0-2. Yeah, I'd say take a strange bounce on that one. It looked like it bounced fair and then took a hard left-hand turn.
I can give them my key card and they go up in the press box. We have like the shorter 70-footer up in the press box.
0-2 misses, and now 1-2 the count. Abbott in the circle, ready, and now fires, and a ground ball to third. Davis takes it in, takes her time, throws across the diamond to Kennard, and that's 2 down. Amber Davis has had a lot of work in the hot corner today. 2 down, Tori Cyrus at the plate. T-Money. 1 for 2.
Next at bat, number 3, T-Money.
Cyrus 1 for 2, singled her first time up, grounded out to second her last time up. It sends this high in the air, and it's going to be missed! It looked like Royer was going to have it. It was only about 10 feet in front of the plate. Abbott came on to try to make the catch. Abbott tried to take it.
Looks like a little bit of miscommunication between the 2 teammates there.
It popped out of Abbott's glove, and the 2 players collided. And standing at second base is going to be Cyrus.
20, Brickhouse.
A 2-base error there. Now, looks like the Plymouth State coach is going to come out and talk with Abbott. Keith Addison in his 13th season in charge. Bruce Addison. I think I said something else, but Bruce Addison, 13th season as head coach for Plymouth State. Lee Macris and Mike Bernier, the assistants for the Panthers. It looked like it was going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Abbott. And then the botched pop fly. I see some smiles on the faces of the Panthers, so.
I think they're more laughing than mad at each other for that.
Yeah. Let's see. Abbott and Royer with a bit of a playful argument. You know, get themselves off edge there. I mean, try to overcome the mistake. And the first pitch to Comtois high for a ball. And if Comtois has been dangerous today, 2 matching singles, 2 matching doubles, both down the left field line. Gets another one of those, and they'll give the Falcons an insurance run. As the 1-0 is fouled off. 1-1 the count. All runs will be unearned this inning after the error. 1-1 in there for a strike, and now 1-2.
He was at my high school reunion a couple of years ago. I probably didn't see him 20 years before the reunion.
Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Abbott. And so they overcome the mistake there, the collision in front of the plate, and they get out of the inning.
It's not a mass cack sport.
So 5 innings complete at Withington Field. It's Plymouth State 1, Fitchburg State 2.
What?
First at bat, number 21, Melissa Goss.
Melissa Goss leads off. They top the 6 for Plymouth State. The designated player from 3 towns over to the west of here. Goss will step in, 1 for 2 today, RBI single in the first, ground out to third in the third. No 1-2-3 innings today for Kaylee Silvestri, but she's only given up 1 base runner each of the last 2 innings. First pitch inside to Goss for a ball. Goss, Davis, and Wood do up for Plymouth here in the top of the 6th. Daniel Bolak, Leah Crutchfield here with you on the Falcon Sports Network. 1-0 is way high. Goss needing to practically duck out of the way of that one. Want to see if there's anyone closer to here than from Templeton or what have you. As Goss hits a ground ball taken in by Brown, ranging to her right. Gemma covers behind her, and it'll be a ground out to first, 3-4 in the book. First out of this inning. Just gonna look at the roster, see if there's anyone closer on Plymouth, but there's only a couple players from Massachusetts to begin with.
At bat, number 17, Avery Davis.
Goss, 1 of 3 from Massachusetts. First pitch for Avery Davis, and she keeps on with her narrative of swinging at the first pitch. This one's fouled off, though. So she'll see a second pitch this time. Flew out to right her first time up, and single to center her second time up. Allison Moylan from Methuen and Nina Murray from Saugus. Called strike on 0-1 and 0-2 the count. Silvestri in the circle, looking for a 4th strikeout. Instead, that's pounded into the dirt, misplayed almost every single way, but it is an out as it went off the glove of Silvestri, bobbled a bit by Medina. She picks it up, gets the throw to first, barely picked out by Brown.
Taylor Wood.
It was very sloppy.
Sloppy, but it did the job. That's all that matters.
It is an out. Davis not the fleetest of foot, and that helps the Falcons out there. 2 down. Now Silvestri winding up, firing first pitch, a strike to Taylor Wood. Singled in the second, sacrifice bunt in the 4th, so she is 1 for 1. Sophomore from Londonderry, New Hampshire. Big swing and a big miss on 0-1. See if Silvestri can get that 1-2-3 inning she's been looking for. Wines, fires, swing and a miss! She struck her out. 9-pitch inning for Silvestri. They go down 1-2-3. Falcons' last chance for insurance. Coming up in the bottom of the 6th, they lead 2-1.
Did you just leave without saying goodbye to me? I'm gonna break up with her later. I do. We're still going. I promised Michelle I'd bring her to Kimball. I told Michelle I'd bring her, so. Saw her this morning. Tuesday, Thursday. I don't get out of here till like 6:30. What? I can't hear you. I just invited you. I'm not driving, so that is true. I'll bring you back.
New pitcher for the Panthers. It's Kayla Matthew, freshman from Fairfax, Vermont.
Number 14, Jesselyn Brown.
So the Panthers changing things up here, switching up the pitching staff. And, they have 4 pitchers on their roster, so why not? And Kayla Matthew, she's got the best ERA of them all. 3.32 ERA, 4-4 record. Her 13th appearance. 26 strikeouts, 25 walks, and 52 2/3 innings. First pitch to Jesselyn Brown, swings and misses. Brown singled her last time up in the 4th and popped out to the shortstop in the 1st inning. And now a foul off there. Count now to 0-2. Abbott completes 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned 1 walk, 3 strikeouts.
Tom, a ball just went over towards the trash. Welcome.
0-2, here it is. That's lined into left field, a base hit. Second hit of the day for Jesselyn Brown. And welcome to the game, Kayla Matthew. Falcons will bring in a pinch runner as Jesselyn Brown will be pinch ran for by Jill Schultz. So Schultz getting a chance to pinch run for the Falcons here. The trade-off for speed. Of course, we'll probably expect Brown back in for the 7th. Schultz this year is 2 for 2 in stolen base attempts, so Falcons might be able to pull out a bit of the small ball. First pitch taken for a ball by Katie Gilday. You can already see Schultz dancing on the base path there.
She's tiptoeing her way towards second.
Matthew fires, and that one's into center field. It's a base hit. Back-to-back singles to open up this 6th inning for the green and gold. Kaylee Silvestri's pitched a great game for the Falcons today.
Kaylee Silvestri.
And now Kay at the dish. Working on that run support. First pitch a strike. Silvestri both times reached on a fielder's choice. I haven't mentioned Jill Schultz's nickname is Jelly Bean. Matthew fires, and it's fouled off to the Plymouth State stands, just over. Count is 0-2. Matthew trying to keep this game in check, give her team a chance. 0-2 taken for a ball by Silvestri. 1-2. The number 7 hitter in the order, Silvestri, the pitcher. Sends that to left field. Looking for the gap, but it's going to be caught by the center fielder in left center field. That's Morrissey making her way over to make the catch. That'll be the first out of the inning.
Next at bat, number 16, Michelle LeBlanc.
LeBlanc today is 1 for 2. Single left her first time up in the second, and into a fielder's choice third in the fourth. First pitch is a ball. Schultz at second, Gilday at first. One down, bottom of the sixth. Falcons looking for insurance, up 2-1. Matthew fires. That's up in the air. That's going to be foul, out of play. Lands on the sidewalk just behind home plate, behind the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kayla Matthew coming on in relief, giving up back-to-back singles. Throws the 1-1, and it's low, below the knees. Jumping out of the way is Michelle LeBlanc. Mish steps back in at 2-1. Schultz at second, Gilday at first. Here's the pitch. That's hit on a line to center field. Squaring it up and making the catch is Morrissey. And that's the second out. Back-to-back outs by the center fielder. Now a pinch hitter for Fitchburg State. It's Brianna Yuga.
Next at bat for Fitchburg, number 15, Brianna Yuga.
Brianna Yuga, B-Yugs. Pinch hitting here for Sam Woodman, who is 0 for 2 today. So Yuga pinch hitting today. Has played in all but 1 game this year. Didn't want to miss this one. First pitch a strike. Yuga this year, 224 hitter, 11 for 49. 2 runs batted in. And this is hit well, through the hole into center field, a base hit. Schultz rounds third, there he go, play at the plate, out. Great block there by Royer. Got the ball in tow, got the tag down. I didn't see any plate there for Schultz to slide into.
I didn't either. She had it really well covered. And the pass in from center field was a really nice one too.
Morrissey doing all the damage this inning, making the first 2 outs by way of catch, and then able to gun down Schultz the plate. Both teams now with a runner gunned down in this game. As Schultz out at home. Couldn't make it home, and so it's no insurance runs for the Falcons. And we've completed 6 innings here in Fitchburg. Last chance for the Panthers. Needing 1 to tie and 2 to lead. Woodman will re-enter.
I disconnected the Ethernet to connect between the cameras, and now I reconnected it and I can't find the device. That's M switcher cam.
Now at bat, number 15, Caleb Matthew.
Disconnecting and reconnecting, basically.
What?
That,
Cable?
yes. So now top of the 7th.
Thanks.
It's the pitcher spot, and so it'll be Kayla Matthew, the freshman from Fairfax, Vermont, stepping in. First pitch swing, fouls it off. Matthew on the day. Let's see. Abbott on the day was 0 for 2. She struck out both times. Now for Matthew on the season, 1 for 11. Swing and a miss for a strike, and now 0-2.
They have like a massive spread after every lacrosse game. Salem State's playing them today.
1-2 now. Here's the pitch. And a strikeout looking. Switching up the pitcher did nothing to alleviate the strikeout hole in the 8th spot for Plymouth State. 3rd strikeout out of that spot, 5th of the day for Kay.
Now at bat, number 10, Nicole Abreu.
Some good games today.
Nicole Abreu now, the senior catcher and infielder from Hudson, New Hampshire, will pinch hit for Mary King.
Framingham's playing UMass Dartmouth at 4:30. No, next Tuesday. UMass Dartmouth and Framingham are playing at 4:30.
Mary King, who's being pinch hit for, was 0 for 2 today, with a fly out and a pop out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Abreu batting .333 in limited action this year. And by that limited action, I mean she's 1 for 3. With an RBI and a run. First pitch of ball. This is only Abreu's 3rd appearance and the first time all year she's pinch hit. Got just a little tip of it on the 1-0. 1-1 the count.
4-2. 10 minutes left.
And now this one popped in the air. It's going to stay in play, and it's just past Comtois. He's trying to track it behind the plate. Wasn't able to come down with it. It was sort of a deceptive path. I had my clipboard ready to deflect the equipment.
I didn't know if that was coming at us or not.
Yeah, it stayed in play, and then Comtois trying to backtrack. The 1-2 bounces in the dirt, past Comtois and off the umpire. 2-2 the count, 1 down, top of the 7th. Panthers at 5 hits. Haven't gotten a hit since the 4th at Abry Davis. And now this one hit a line, center field. Kelsey LeBlanc makes the catch. Now their final out. This is Rachel Morrissey. The center fielder, 1 for 3 today. Opened this game with the single, had the only run for Plymouth State. Scoring on the RBI single from Melissa Goss back in the 1st. First pitch, a strike to Morrissey. Trying to go the distance here is Silvestri, trying to get that win. Swing and a miss by Morrissey on the 0-1. The Panthers down to their final strike. 0-2. Kay in the circle. Ray for the finisher. Here it comes. It's fouled off. Over the Plymouth State stands on the right side. And it remains 0-2. Silvestri roaming the circle. Kay towing the rubber. She's ready. 0-2. And that one's popped in the air. Shallow right field. Coming on is Michelle LeBlake to make the catch and give the Falcons a 2-1 victory. Another 1-2-3 inning for Silvestri. She retires the last 8 batters she faces, and the Falcons win game 1 here at Withington Field, 2-1.
Final score, Fitchburg 2, Plymouth 1.
We'll just tot up the final stats for game number 1. For Silvestri, pitches well today. Gets the win. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run unearned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Her counterpart, Callie Abbott, with 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Abbott with the decision today will fall to a record of 1-3. And Silvestri now 7-2 on the season. A big win for the freshman from Bedford.
Let's just hope that the Falcons can keep up the hitting and the pitching like they have for this past game and sweep them.
Yep, I know Coach McDonald was saying it's difficult to get those sweeps. Seems like so many times great opportunities and it ends up being a split at the end of the day. Just goes by the wayside. I mean, the Falcons this year only have 1 sweep. And that was last Saturday against Maritime, 2 8-0 Mercy Rule victories. But Maritime, a program that's historically struggled, I mean, they're Maritime, so that's not a whole lot for the sweep there. But if the Falcons can get a sweep on Plymouth today, boy, that would be helpful for their record and for everything else, really. Silvestri 7-2 with the win. Abbott 1-3 with the loss. So game 2 is going to be in about 20 minutes. Any final thoughts for game 1, Leah?
I think that both teams played an amazing game. And hopefully Falcons can keep up the intensity they've been playing at and take home a second win again.
It was a well-played game. 1 run on 5 hits for Plymouth. 2 runs on 9 hits for Fitchburg. 1 error on both sides. So about 20 minutes, we'll get you game 2 here, so stay with us. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for that second game. For those on the webcast, on the video archive side, thank you for watching. And we hope to see you next time. Till then, so long. We'll see you in a bit. This has been a presentation of the Falcon Sports Network.